Welcome, welcome, welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower, and answer those unanswered questions. So, my dear friends, all those of you on radio listening to us on the new U975 FM Multicultural Radio, those of you looking at us on Synergy TV and Caribbean Showtime Television in Canada, YouTube and Facebook, thank you so much for choosing us. A warm welcome. Sit back, relax, enjoy, get your pen, get your paper, get your phone so you could store numbers or you could take notes. That will be helpful for you and your loved ones. I am Zelisa Budu Singh Rupani, humbly inviting you to stay with us as we continue to inform, educate, empower, and answer those unanswered questions. Directing this morning and in Master Control, Akua George, we'd like to wish each and every one of you a fantastic day. Today it's Friday. Happy Friday. I trust all is well. Friday the 23rd of February 2023. If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours. Let's quickly go to our quote for today, coming to us with the kind compliments of ZMB Communications Limited. And it says, be happy for this moment. This moment is your life. This is so true. Sometimes we forget to understand that every moment is part of our life. And we get lost in so many other things that we don't understand that this is life and we need to be happy. Yeah? Thank you so much, Georgie. That came to us with the kind compliments of ZMB Communications Limited. Our program this morning coming to us with the kind compliments of the kind folks at OATS. And it means Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, coming with the kind compliments of the offices of Master Eric. Locations are at LP 78 Monroe Road, Cunupare, and opposite Palmies Park in San Fernando. Telephone contact numbers are, write it down, store it on your phone as Master Eric, 354-4459. That's 354-4459, 497-7226, 497-7226. Let's say Sitaram, Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum, Sairam, and a very warm welcome to Master Eric.
And also Sitaram, Assalamu Alaikum, Sairam, and good morning everyone. What a nice day to drive.
I know.
Highways should be like this every day.
Every day.
You know, we just go through, you talk, listen to music, no stress, no backing out.
I'm wondering, wait, isn't it a work day? No holiday. We're just out of how many days of you know, in that sort of atmosphere.
People still cooling down.
People still cooling down. People
probably down in Maracas right now.
I don't know.
You know?
But sleeping in late, getting whatever. But the point is, look, we are very grateful for when no traffic, right?
Right. So, Zelisa, you know, this last weekend was a whirlwind, but it was great. You know, we got to do the big prayers.
Yes.
And great response, great participation. And I want to say thanks to everybody that helped us, you know, put everything together. And, you know, we can't do it without a team.
Yeah.
But I want to say thank you. And today, Zelisa, if people are listening, and we're going to get into some serious topics. So if you have little kids, they may want them to play in the room. We want.
Yeah. It's going to be a very sensitive topic, Akua.
Correct.
It's going to be a very sensitive topic because it's really about and for adults. Mm-hmm. So in terms of content and some of the words we may use to explain or to express may not be appropriate for small children. And I am very protective of what my child listens to. So I would caution you, if your kids are around, I would ask you kindly to not let them be in the area to overhear. I mean, some people are different. Mm-hmm. You know, they are very open and things like that. But I believe in sheltering and protecting our children for age appropriate.
Well, we have to be professional in what we say too.
Exactly.
And then, you know, Zelisa, the reason I'm bringing this up today is because currently we have people that's going through this. And what we're going to talk about today, everyone, is, is it possible for a female to become spiritually pregnant? And we have had cases, Zelisa. Then I want to go into the last half hour. What is the process? What is the process of that spiritual entity that developed within you? How does it really take over your body?
Now, this is very, not only very sensitive. Akua, please pay attention, in terms of being sensitive, but it's controversial as well. So we're delving into something that many may question or they may want to ask. And this being said, as we open up and we start our conversation on being, if it is possible or can one become pregnant spiritually.
Not physically.
Not physically. We want to get that very clear. We're talking about now. Because what we're going into now, we talk about the conception of Jesus Christ.
Correct.
And his mother Mary being spiritually. So
correct.
That's why I'm saying it's very sensitive and controversial.
And also, it was in the Old Testament also.
Good. So those of you, I know you would want to ask questions. All you've got to do is send me WhatsApp messages. 3847142, 3847142, if you may have any questions, because you may be confused and you may want to ask or know more, and that's fine. This is what the program has been designed to do, to answer those unanswered questions. So whatever questions you may have, simply WhatsApp it. I'll read it to you, Master.
Sure.
And we could try to define and help you, okay? So today we're actually going to be talking about becoming pregnant spiritually.
Now,
is it possible?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Now, let's go into this. I know right now, Zelisa, by the percentage of people that's coming in to see us, right now, there's over 100 people watching that is experiencing what I'm going to be talking about. And those people, if you have not called us yet, or you're just now hearing about us, you know, give us a call, because this is something you need to deal with.
Oh, as you say that, I don't want to continue our conversation without me congratulating you on your new building, or where your new office is located. I was in awe when I passed by. Now, even when I walked in first, when I first went into that new office, I was like, wow, this is absolutely beautiful, well put together. You know, it's a place that you'll want to be. You feel so comfortable, it's beautiful, well put together. But when I saw the new signs, and I think that's what my director's been working on, Akua. So if we could get that picture of your new office. This is the office of Master Eric, and this is located LP 78 Monroe Road in Kunupe. Let me congratulate you. It's such a well put together and so beautiful building. Congratulations to you, your wife, and your team. Thank you so much, Akua. Appreciate that.
I just want everybody to know, you know, it's a team effort.
Yeah.
Everything that we deal with, it's a team. And God is a major part of this. And I want people to see, we're not the type of people that when you do make some funds, we don't pocket it.
Yeah.
It reinvests back in for the people.
And I think it's important for people to know that it's safe, it's private, secured parking. And that is so important now in these days, that you are sure that when you go there you have got parking, it's safe and it's secured. Yeah?
So, I mentioned there's probably over 100 females out here that's experiencing this. Zelisa, when a demon marks you, and I'm going to say mark, there are different ways. One, you may wake up with scratches on your body. And it's not where you can actually get your own hand to. Okay? Or if you get the black, blue little hickey, it looks like hickey marks. And it starts this way, so simple. And normally the hickey marks is on the inside of the thighs. So the first thing a female does when they wake up, and they notice this, they will say, I must have bumped my leg.
Yeah.
Zelisa, how can you bump your inner thigh?
Agreed.
Okay?
Yeah.
But this is what they going through their mind.
So these are signs that you're actually telling, especially women, to look out for.
Correct.
Blue marks in places where it's simply not possible to be bounced and have that blue and blackish mark.
Correct. Now, the
and scratches as well, as you said.
The next phase, what happens is that you might end up start getting a sexual dream. Okay? And that dream isn't like a dream, but people will dismiss it as a dream. It's so vivid, and the details, like
So it's like an experience.
correct.
Okay.
But at the beginning, a normal person would say, I had one of them dreams.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
But then that same dream keeps coming back over and over and over.
Okay.
That's the next phase. Then it goes into the physical phase. Now the physical phase is where, in the medical terms, they said a person will receive or get sleep paralysis, which is where you can't move. And I know there's a lot of women right now watching.
Well, a lot of people
Right.
would have, I remember even in conversations with people in general, would say sometimes in the night I just can't move. I want to scream and I feel that I'm being held down. And I mean, even with family members, you're having a line and people talk about, people have those experiences.
Now, your husband or boyfriend or whoever could be laying beside you in bed. Now, when you get that sleep paralysis, you can't move, you can't speak, you can't yell. The only thing that can move is your eyes.
So what's actually happening?
What they're doing, the actual demon, is cloaking you. Cloaking means, just picture, you're laying on the floor, and they take a piece of leather, and they put it tight on you, and stake it to the ground. You can't move.
No.
But they're doing this spiritually. So there's no leather. I'm just giving you
I
an
know,
analogy.
yeah, okay, good.
Right? Now, you'll be trying to scream to let your husband know something is wrong. But they can't. Right? So now they're going through the process. Now they're starting to feel what was in the dream physically. So there are many women that will swear, they'll do a testimonial, that they are being spiritually raped. Maybe every night, sometimes 3 times a week. Now, the problem they're having, how do you communicate that with your loved one? How can you communicate that to your family?
Yeah, it's
And most of all,
embarrassing.
how can you communicate that with a daughter? Because 9 times out of 10, Zelisa, if it's happening to the mother, it's happening to the daughter.
And I think now that we've actually broken the ice and we're talking about this, any one of you out there, if you have experienced or you are experiencing, then I urge and I plead and I humbly ask you, please get help. All right? To get help, of course, you could call the offices of Master Eric, 354-4459, 497-7226. Offices are located opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupare. I'm reminding you that the program is coming to us with the kind compliments of OATS, Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, where they do that body scan to tell you about your health and what's happening in your body. All right? So when you go there, you're not just only going there to be spiritually treated, but you can be medically treated for health concerns as well. Let's go to these messages. Stay with us.
truth every Friday at 6 p.m. The journey has just begun with Master Eric. Zelisa. A new kind of podcast getting to the root of hidden knowledge. You can join us on Facebook, Conversations with Zelisa, TT, and YouTube, Master Eric. Your journey has just begun.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Hoover Car Park, Hoover, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Sharma's Supermarket. Quality goods and service at quality prices. Located number 90 New Colonial Road, Barrackpore. Telephone 654-3264. Sharma's Supermarket.
Visit Agri Savers Limited, number 19 Orange Grove Trace, St. Augustine, for all your agriculture, livestock, pet, agri-equipment, hydroponics, cannabis, fishing tackle supplies and much more. Open Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Contact 473-6074, 663-1094. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
The Community Justice Clinic is a collaborative initiative between the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and several attorneys to provide free legal service to the public as it relates to matrimonial grievances, domestic violence, divorce, custody, access, maintenance, and any non-criminal matters. This clinic is held monthly at venues all over the country. This Saturday, 25th February, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., we will be at the St. Clair Police Youth Club located at the old Ministry of Education building, Alexandria Street, St. Clair, and at the JRD Convention Center, number 34 St. Croix Road, Princestown. No registration is required. For further information, please call 689-0044. Take advantage of the free service being offered.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. I'm Zelisa in conversation with Master Eric. Our program coming to us with the kind compliments of OATS, and that means Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited. There are 2 locations, one LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupare and the other opposite Palmies Park in San Fernando. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459, that's 354-4459 or 497-7226. Now, for those of you who would like to send messages or you want to ask questions, particularly about the topic whether or not people can become pregnant spiritually, you can send your WhatsApp messages to 384-7142. Thank you so much, Akua. That's 384-7142. Master Eric, welcome back.
So, Zelisa, now I want to get into certain speed. What is doing it to you?
I think this is disgusting. I think it's terrible. It's really hard to.
Well, these are demonic.
Yeah, it's really.
I'm not talking a regular soul.
Yeah, it's really
demonic.
Yeah, it's really difficult to come to terms for as a person. It's very difficult for me to understand somebody being raped spiritually. It's disgusting.
Now, when that act is actually being commenced, and a woman can become implanted spiritually from that demon. We've had cases in the past to when a young girl, she was about 27 years old, she come into the clinic and she's experiencing all these pains that she's having in her body. And doctors were saying it's lupus, it's this, it's that. And so when I checked her out spiritually, I said, oh my God, you have a spiritual baby.
What?
And, well, that's what she said too. My wife was in the room at the same time. And I said, since I've found it, the next 2 weeks is going to be your worst nightmare. Zelisa.
I'm confused here. I am really confused. So, all right. So, that particular lady then was spiritually raped. She became impregnated. So, what is inside of her? A spiritual baby? Could you explain that?
A spirit that's developing. So, it's not actually an infant.
Right.
It is a spiritual entity,
Yeah.
a spiritual body,
Right.
actually forming itself within you, just like a baby would form itself. And when she said what, just like you,
Yeah.
within a week,
Yeah.
and off air, or tonight when you come, if we get back in time, I'll show you the photographs.
Yeah.
We got actually photographs
Yeah.
of when we went to take it out.
Yeah.
She looked 7.5, 8 months pregnant.
So her tummy was actually
It was swelling,
out.
getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
My God.
Now, right in front of her family, when we went to take it out,
Mm-hmm.
15 minutes later, we did a side view picture. She just pulled up her shirt. She wasn't unclothed. Her belly flat. We took it out. And that shocked her parents also, and her family, because some was Hindu, some were Christian.
Well, you know,
And they're not exposed to these type of
anything
things.
like this, of course. And you know, I was about to tell women, especially women who are promiscuous, and they get pregnant and then they tell their husband, well, you know, this is a spiritual baby. They don't have anything like that. It's completely something that's, we're talking about something that's completely different.
Different.
So you can't go telling your husband, oh, you get spiritually raped and you're having a
Okay,
spiritual
so
baby.
then we have another issue, right? So can a demon get you pregnant physically? Look at your face.
Yeah, because it's, I'm trying to come to terms
Okay.
with what you're saying.
Now, this is where we have a case to do within the next 2 weeks.
Oh, you're on a case right now.
Right, where other spiritual people went to take the entity out of the woman. They told her, now I don't know if that is true or not, that they took out 4. But the 5th one, I know there's one in her because I checked. But they said the 5th one they cannot remove because it's in her vagina.
Lord Father.
And
Master
that's-
Eric, this is completely different than from, I want us, I'm trying to understand, so I'm trying to think like my viewers and my listeners. So now you're talking about spiritually, this is not being spiritually possessed. That's different from being spiritually pregnant, yes?
Correct.
Okay,
Now,
I just want to
I'm going to
understand.
tell you how that evolves from that entity growing in you like a baby, and what would happen if it wasn't taken out. We're going to go into that in the last 15 minutes.
Okay.
But let's go into how can a demon plant the seed in you physically, not spiritually.
And you give birth to a physical baby?
You give birth to a physical baby with a demon soul. Now,
But that can't be of God.
no, it's not. So what I'm trying to say, I'd say over the years I've done maybe 8. Because you know I've done over 75,000 people. So about 8 people where the woman became physically pregnant, and when the baby was born, 6 months later, I had to do an exorcism on that baby. The reason was, and people, you know when the government and people tell you to practice safe sex, right? Now, they're doing it because of STDs,
Yeah.
AIDS,
Diseases,
and everything else.
unwanted
right?
pregnancies, many things.
But I'm going to tell you, do it for spiritual reasons, okay?
That's for people who promiscuous, sleeping with Mary, Jane, Sally, every Tom, Dick, everybody.
Well, that, or husbands or wives that are having extramarital affairs, right?
You're promiscuous and
You're
just
not
sleeping.
just looking at a sexual, problem. What you're looking at on these 8 cases was the man was hosting a demon, but it did not possess him. It was within him. He knew things wasn't quite right. But when he had sex with his partner, it transferred into her body through his sperm. Now the egg got fertilized with that within the sperm. A lot of people out there are going to be listening and saying, oh my God, he's talking crap. But I'm not. This is real. Spiritual leaders out there, even in the Vatican, they're going to understand this can happen. Okay? But Zelisa, here's the problem. Why isn't subjects like this, discussed?
So people can understand.
People should.
Now added, not just
Correct.
We correct you on being promiscuous, not just for diseases, not just for unwanted pregnancies and things like that, but now for demonic reasons and for spiritual reasons.
Correct.
You just don't be promiscuous.
I want you to understand,
Behave on
Zelisa.
yourself.
We're talking about this. Now, do you know there are crimes being committed today by someone putting a demon and possessing someone to kill a certain person? And then when the person kills that person, the demon leaves, they have no recollection on what is going on. Now, I'm not saying every crime is because of this.
I saw documentaries on that.
Correct.
I saw a documentary.
But I did one in Maloney. I stopped it. And when the demon was leaving the body, it said who sent it and who was the target. Right? Zelisa, this is actually happening. So people are resorting to spiritual interference to get what they want or to keep you from producing or succeeding in what you need to do through spiritual warfare.
Because sometimes people say they start building a house and it can't be finished. They get in money, it passing through their hands and they can't account for it. They just keep going round in circles. They can't seem to be moving forward, no progress. But money is coming, but it's just not staying and they can't account for it.
So the question is, why aren't people being briefed by this? Maybe not in depth, but let people know that there's evil out here. How can the evil affect you? How can it enter you? What do you do? What do you look for? I think all spiritual institutions, regardless of your faith, should be talking with this with the parents.
You should speak to adults.
So
We've got
parents,
to take a quick break.
Yeah.
Our program coming to us with the kind compliments of OATS, Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions. If you want to find out about your health, also for spiritual problems that you're encountering, check them out. It's the offices of Master Eric, LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupia and opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando. Telephone contact numbers 354-4459, 497-7226. I hope you all are paying attention and understanding how serious this topic is today, how real it is today, and that, you know, especially those of you that choose to be promiscuous, to sleep, one night stands and all these things you keep doing, or sleeping around and then you go home to your wife or your husband. What are you doing? Bringing damage and hurt spiritually to not only yourself but your family members as well. Let's go to these messages.
The Untold Truth, every Friday at 6 p.m. The journey has just begun with Master Eric. Zelisa. A new kind of podcast getting to the root of hidden knowledge. You can join us on Facebook, Conversations with Zelisa, TT, and YouTube, Master Eric. Your journey has just begun.
Sanctuary for Holistic Health and Wellness. They provide checkups for adults and kids, home visits, personalized health and diet plans, blood tests, and so much more.
Visit them today at number 163 Rochard Douglas Road, Barrackpore. Call and make an appointment today, 720-4635.
Sanctuary for Holistic Health and Wellness, caring for the community.
Welcome to the Antediluvian Nature Center of Life Extension and Health Recovery. Coming from the Garden of Eden, the Antediluvian Nature Center brings to you breakthrough medicines and anti-aging technologies for all ailments and diseases in the body, nutritional therapies, naturopathic treatments, as we create opportunities of hope and celebrate longevity. And remember, the healing is from God.
This is Full 100, an all-natural herbal dietary supplement formulated exclusively for men. Our proprietary blend was designed with one goal in mind: to improve your overall health, rejuvenating your vitality, energy, strength, and libido. Want to be at your peak performance in everything you do? Then get Full 100. Fast-acting, long-lasting, with no side effects.
Oh my God.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. To all of our listeners on the new U975 FM Multicultural Radio, all of our viewers on Synergy TV, on the Caribbean Showtime Television in Canada, YouTube and Instagram, thank you so much for choosing us. Welcome back. Our program coming to us with the kind compliments of Oats, Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited. So to find out your body scans on your health and spiritual problems, check them out. Located LP 78 Monroe Road, Kunupe, and opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459 4977226. Master Rick, welcome back. And if you've just joined us, the topic today is all about being spiritually raped. It's serious, it's deep, it's real, it's true, it is happening. And Master Rick, somebody sent this and they say, now the English is not too, but I'm going to read it as it came. Hey, morning. There are times I have dreams having sex. It feels so real. Then I wake up liking the sex. Most times after that happen, people attack me and then I become very depressed and very emotional. What do you say to this?
Okay, remember at the beginning of the program, I was talking about when this happens to you and you try to tell someone, they're going to think you're crazy.
Yeah.
And she's probably being attacked this way.
Exactly.
You know, and then she's depressed because it's happening, but nobody's believing her. Do you know how many 12-year-old girls that is experiencing this?
But this is scary.
And they're looking for a child, a female, that has started their menstrual cycle.
What?
They will not touch sexually a female
What is this,
before
man?
they start their menstrual
So
cycle.
what do we do as parents to protect our children? But let me read this coming in from North Carolina, USA. Good morning. I am glued to the show today. What an interesting and much needed topic. Another thing is, if something like this is happening to someone, they also may not be able to voice what is happening because their family or significant other don't believe in that kind of thing. That because they pray, nothing like that can happen to them. So they feel if they're praying, nothing can happen. What are some warning signs to look out for to recognize that someone is going through this horrific situation? And that's what we started with, some of the signs that you will be seeing or feeling that you will now be aware. Thanks to that person as well.
And the next thing, this is where this program might be able to help people, because when a female, now I have to make this clear, I've been talking about females. Zelisa, there are males being raped by female demons.
Men are being raped by female.
Correct.
What
now,
is this, boy?
When they're trying to tell their family and nobody's understanding, or they don't want to understand, a lot of people live in denial.
Because they themselves don't even understand it. Perhaps.
Well, the reason is, what spiritual leaders are talking about it?
Who's teaching us how to
think about it.
So
it's the blind leading the blind. Now, watching this program today, those of you that are going through this and nobody will listen to you, you are mentally being tortured because this is happening every day. Now you have somebody you could talk to.
Please.
They could call us.
Please.
And we could sit down and explain to them and tell them what we need to do to stop this.
So, please, we are pleading with you. If you're going through this, or you know of someone that came, confided in you, let them know that they could get help, right? And all they've got to do is call 354-4459 or 497-7226. Now, Master Eric, a child goes to a parent or maybe a teacher, because you know some children, they don't go to their parents, they go to the teacher, or they go to an auntie or an uncle and confide, somebody that they feel safe. What then? What do we look out for, or how do we say, how do we help this child in order to be able, because some people may think this is a mental thing, this child crazy, or this person is crazy, what madness you're talking. Because the thing is, we don't know about it, and sometimes if we're ignorant or we have no knowledge of something, the quick thing to say is mental health or you're crazy.
No, that's the common factor. But again, it's because people aren't being briefed, like you said. And it is a spiritual leader, your mental capacity to think like a demon would think. Okay? Now, people say they pray. And if they pray, which is fantastic, don't get me wrong, all right, that they cannot be touched. Now, if you were a demon and your main goal is to possess somebody to cause havoc, would you pick a normal person? Or if you could, would you take a spiritual person, even a spiritual leader, and show the world you can possess that spiritual leader? That's a trophy.
Understood.
Because you're taking somebody
I understand your
close
point.
to God,
exactly,
and you are possessing
you
them.
now become a hero. You've taken away somebody.
So I've done
understood
a very high religious leader that was fully possessed, and this person never done nothing in their life. Okay?
When you say never did anything bad.
What I'm saying, no sex,
Right, okay.
not married,
Okay.
vegetarian, XYZ.
Okay.
Never gambled,
Like a
don't
pure,
smoke,
nice,
don't drink.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, nobody's perfect in their mental thought.
Right.
But
I understand what
the
you're
process was, everybody looked up to him as a very prominent spiritual leader.
Right.
Right? It happened. There are priests, when they are doing exorcisms, that it actually possessed them during the exorcism. Okay? So don't go under this cliche, this protection, this fog or illusion, that you cannot be possessed. Okay? You got to have faith in God, yes. Right? But when you see things not going right, you need to start making a phone call. Now, to relate to what you were talking about earlier, how many teenage girls are being molested by a relative, and they go and mention it to their mother or their aunt, but they throw it back on the child? It's your fault. What does that do to a child?
Correct.
So now, if they can't talk to their parents or relatives about a physical act, how are they going to talk to them about a spiritual act? This is where, as a parent, if you start seeing your child or a loved one start to seclude themselves, stop talking to friends, family, lock themselves in the room, they start being totally secluded from everybody, there's a problem. And a lot of times it's because of a spiritual nature. Not all the time, but sometimes.
So, which brings me back to the question, if we are good, law-abiding citizens, we teach our children how to pray, what do we then do in terms of spirituality to help our children when we put them to bed at night to be sure that they're not being spiritually attacked?
Well, what they could do, they could contact us.
Right.
Right? Because I have all the prayers that you need to say.
Nice.
Whether it's Christian, whether it's Hindu,
Nice.
whether it's Jewish, Arabic.
Very good.
Even also in what they call Urdu.
Right.
Right? Is the old
Yes.
Arabic.
Yes.
Right? I have it in there. All the prayers are there.
Nice.
What to do, how to do it,
Right.
to help suffice until you come to us.
Yeah, please get help.
Okay.
Please, please.
So we have that, and once they do, they could email us or whatever, and I would send it to them. You know, but what we're looking at, I'm trying to get across that this is not a subject that you just put under the carpet or into the closet. There's women out there, I know you're out there, you don't know who to contact, who to talk to. The main thing is, Zelisa, they're trying to find somebody that they could talk to that could understand, relate. And that's the most comforting thing for these women or men that come in and they're actually doing it. Sometimes it is put in you through food. So that's why the old people said, just don't eat from just anybody.
That's such a
Okay.
true statement.
Then nowadays we're seeing that 90% of the spiritual problems that's happened to people is from their own family. Okay, so then who are they going to go to? Right? Now, let me see if I got a little time here.
Let's take this break, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up, yeah? Of course, this is the program Conversations with Zelisa, in conversation with Master Eric, coming to us with the kind compliments of oats, and of course, that means optimal alternative treatment solutions so that you could get your body scans to find out about your health. Also, if you have spiritual problems, you can check them out. They are located LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupere and opposite Palmies Park in San Fernando. Telephone contact numbers 354-4459, 497-7226. Let's go to these messages.
The Untold Truth, every Friday at 6 p.m. The journey has just begun with Master Eric. Zelisa. A new kind of podcast getting to the root of hidden knowledge. You can join us on Facebook, Conversations with Zelisa, TT, and YouTube, Master Eric. Your journey has just begun.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Chagonas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Wally's Wheel Alignment Center. We specialize in suspension work, alignment, balancing, tow, camber, and much more. Located Guayco, Tamana Road, Guayco. Telephone 701-2200.
Agni Puja and Gift Shop, home to an extensive array of fine jewelry, books, authentic saris and all your puja needs. Telephone 669-5058, located at Caroni North Bank Road, St. Helena.
The Community Justice Clinic is a collaborative initiative between the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and several attorneys to provide free legal service to the public as it relates to matrimonial grievances, domestic violence, divorce, custody, access, maintenance, and any non-criminal matters. This clinic is held monthly at venues all over the country. This Saturday, 25th February, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., we will be at the St. Clair Police Youth Club located at the old Ministry of Education building, Alexandria Street, St. Clair, and at the JRD Convention Center, number 34 St. Croix Road, Princestown. No registration is required. For further information, please call 689-0044. Take advantage of the free service being offered.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. In conversation with Master Eric, coming to us with the kind compliments of optimal alternative treatment solutions. So to find out in terms of getting your body scan to find out about what's happening with you health-wise, you can also find out what's happening with you spiritually as well. Offices are located LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupere and opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando. Telephone contact numbers 354-4459-497-7226. Welcome back, Master Eric. Okay, a joyful and blissful morning to Zelisa and Master Eric. A joy to have him back in studio. I'm here cringing right now about the topics and I have goosebumps. I have 2 questions. Does one horoscope alignment with certain body parts, especially the genital area, can that cause a person to think of sex throughout the day, every day, even from a small age? That's 1. And 2, why can we be sexually interfered with an incubus? I hope I don't know what that is. Incubus in our dreams and then wake up and it feels real. How can this be blocked?
Okay, the first question is, yes, within your body you have what they call chakras. And the chakras, and I'm going to use the Western term, in the root chakra of the body, yearning for it and never be satisfied.
Okay.
So it needs to be adjusted.
Morning to you all. How do you get rid of negative energy?
Okay, it depends on what case, what situation, what type of spirit, whether it's demonic, whether it's hybrid, whether it's a soul. There is so many different ways. So it goes by case basis on how you get rid of it. What I wanted to bring up is that the spiritual people that said they took 4 out of this lady and left the 1 in her vagina because they said they are spiritual. They will not go there. Let me tell you something, Zelisa, that they're not spiritual people. because if you know what you're doing, you can, with energy, you can pull that demon up into their body and pull it out in a neutral area. So that means they don't know what they're doing. All right? But being spiritual, you cannot deny somebody help. If you don't know how to do it, you need to get with somebody that can do it and refer them. You know what I mean? You just can't turn a blind eye on somebody. Now, when the possession starts to take place within the body, the first place that the demon will start to attack is your nervous system. And in the brain, they call that the cranial nuclei. Okay? Now, in there, it starts to transform. So you know how when they say a body metamorphosis, you know, when it starts to deteriorate, it's the reverse. So what happens is it starts to go into the nuclei, then into the pineal gland of the brain. Now, when it starts to do this, you'll start seeing changes in the personality of the person. They're going to start acting different. Their gestures, their face expressions, everything starts to change. Now, it's changing the individual into what it is. Then, once it goes into the cranium and into the nervous system, then you have a spiritual nervous system at the same time. And that's called the nadis. Now, when that happens, and they take full possession of that nervous system, then your personality takes a back seat, like locked in a closet. Now it has took full possession.
That's manifesting itself.
Correct. Then that explains, when they take over the nervous system and everything, the extreme strength an individual will have. Okay? So, I mean, I could go a lot more deeper and more explanation, but I don't want to ruin the subject that we came out with. Is how or who do you contact if you're experiencing these sexual rapes, the dreams, and like I explained before, Zelisa, they mistaken it for a dream. But it's actually happening.
It's not a
and a woman will tell you they feel when they wake up that sensation down there, like you would have a physical one. You know, so if you are actually experiencing this, people, you give us a call.
Please get
because
help.
it needs
Get
to stop.
help,
It needs to
please.
be done.
And let me share the numbers again. Lock it on your phone so you can share it with your friends and family members. And of course, 354-4459. That's 354-4459 for 977-226. Please save it. Tell your friends and tell your family members.
And tonight podcast.
Oh my gosh, listen to, yes, tonight you're going to be talking about spiritual gifts. That's happening on
And we're going to go from this one into that one.
So all those who are viewing, you can tune in to U975 at 6 to 7 for, of course, the Untold Truths with Master Eric, and he's going to be talking about spiritual gifts. Good morning. How do you deal with autism in this demonic? Is this demonic or what? Oh, this is sad if somebody has autism and whether they've been possessed. Can you help someone
I have
like that?
seen, yes, we can help them. I have seen artistic children and people that is possessed. Okay, but not often. So this is where the assessment comes in, Zelisa. They have to come in, we assess them, check them out. My partner that's sitting out here right now, he sees that when I do the check, it'll reveal itself. You don't have to try to pull it out or get it mad to show. It's going to show itself.
Okay.
So tonight we're talking about spiritual gifts. I did before, but I didn't talk about if you have a spiritual gift, are you trained that when that spirit comes on you, how do you know if it's good or bad?
Well, I want to send this message to this person who sent the message with regards to how do you get rid of negative energy. Further to my question, what does it mean when everything, whether it is business or other things, it goes wrong, and you know, and it can't. There's no end to it. I am asking this person, definitely you need guidance, you need help.
Give us a call.
Please call, please call 354-4459 or 4977226. If you can't get through, leave a WhatsApp message. Somebody will certainly respond in time, because I believe with the questions that you're asking, I sense that you really need some help, and I am asking you to get help. You're reaching out to us, so I'm saying reach out and get help as well. Master Eric, your closing comments.
Don't be naive. Don't be negative. Don't dismiss. This is out here. And first try to approach your spiritual leader and ask them questions about it. I've always said that on the program, right? But if you are a spiritual leader and you're telling your people the opposite, Zelisa, I give an open door to any spiritual leader. Come out with me, and I'll show you.
Get help. Again,
no,
be open
I want them to come out with me
and
see it's real.
It's real. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. We've got to wrap things up. I want to remind you tonight, rather this evening from 6 until 7, the Untold Truths on U975 FM. Master Eric will be speaking about spiritual gifts. That's happening today, later on. And our program came to us with the kind compliments of Oates Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited. So if you need medical help, you need spiritual help, please check them out. LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunapare or opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando. Telephone contact numbers 354-4459, 497-7226. Please, reminding each and every one of you that with God, all things are possible. Remember that. Thank you so much for choosing us. If you know you need help, you know someone need help, then please get help and help them get help. All right? Be that spark of divine energy that will help someone see the light as well. Yeah? I am Zelisa Budu Singh Rupani. Thank you so much for choosing us.